Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. We're going to turn now to a monster storm, one of the most powerful on the planet this year. It's a typhoon sweeping across the Philippines right now. Millions in the path of this storm, many of them rushing into emergency shelters or seeking higher ground. And ABC's Hamish McDonald is right there. Hamish?
Dan and Paula, good morning. This is what it looks like when the typhoon slams into the coastline here in the Philippines. This community has done everything it can to prepare for this. There's not much that will stand in the way of this storm. The eye of the storm is sweeping across the Philippines this morning. In its way, homes, shops, and families.
Hey everybody! So today we're going to be talking about something cool, which is the typhoon. Did you guys know that the general term for a typhoon is actually called the tropical cyclone? But here in the Philippines, we just call it bagyo. So basically, a typhoon is a storm system characterized by counterclockwise rotating air mass, part of a central called the eye. So air pressure is found at the eye, and in fact, all tropical cyclones have low pressure at the center. So if your town or city is experiencing heavy rainfall and strong winds, it usually means that the center of the typhoon is at your location. And according to Pag-asa, the Philippines encounter about 20 typhoons each year. The term typhoon is usually used at the northwestern part of the Pacific Ocean. In the northeastern part of the Pacific Ocean and in the northern part of the Atlantic Ocean, the equivalent term is a hurricane. Like for part 2.
So hey guys, do you know what are the causes of typhoons? Cyclonic tropical storm or typhoons are caused by a combination of winds, evaporation, and the winds surrounding the earth, and then other factors. Typhoon also causes from the chemical in the underground. And aside from that, it forms through people illegal doings such as quarrying, forestation, and etc.
What are the effects of typhoons? First, building and other infrastructure. Wind and other account for the two most destructive forces associated with typhoons. Typhoons affect buildings and other structures in two ways: through direct forces and projectiles. Direct force occurs when a wind gust slams directly into a building or structure and causes physical damage, such as when wind blows the roof of a home. Wind also infects by picking up and launching tree branches, buildings materials, and other debris into structures. Second, trees and other vegetation. The impacts of typhoons extend to the natural environment. Of course, the storms may damage or destroy trees and other vegetation, including crops that communities may rely on for sustenance or the trade, or both. Third, watercraft and offshore operations. In addition to causing mayhem on land, typhoons certainly stir up the seas. Flooding from a typhoon may destroy food stocks and supplies, and spread disease.
What to do before the typhoon? Store food supply and clean water. The flashlight, batteries, powered radio within easy reach areas. Examine your house and repair unstable parts. Always keep yourself updated and listen to radio for latest updates. If you are a farmer, harvest your crop and secure your animals. For fishers, place your boats in a safe area. And don't forget, bring your clothes, first aid kit, batteries, powered radio, and etc.
Things to do during a typhoon. First is to stay calm. Second is to stay inside your house. Third is to pack some foods that don't need cooking. And lastly, to prepare your emergency stuffs.
After the typhoon, if your house was destroyed, make sure that it is stable and safe before you enter. Watch out for live wires or outlets that immersed in water. Do not let water accumulate in tires, cans.
Fun facts about typhoons. Did you know that the power generated by a major hurricane or typhoon is said to be equal to 500,000 nuclear bombs? It is because the power of an average storm is said to be equal to 1.5 trillion watts, the equivalent to about half the world's entire electric capacity. And also in Asia, different countries have different systems for identifying typhoons. Some countries such as Japan use numbers, and other countries use names as well. And lastly, according to a study by scientists, high sea temperatures are the most reliable indicator of increased typhoon and hurricane activity. The reason is that warmer seas cause more water to evaporate. As the water rises, latent heat is released, which provides the energy for a low pressure cell to develop into a hurricane.
Here's fun facts number 8. Did you know that eye of a typhoon or hurricane can be anywhere between 3.2 kilometer right up 320 kilometer diameter? That is some wide eye.
By any other name, typhoon, cyclones, and hurricane are all essentially same thing. A rotating tropical storm system that starts in sea. What is called just depends where in the world it forms. Record breaker. To date, Typhoon Tip in 1979 has been recorded as the largest ever typhoon. But all the data has been examined. Typhoon Haiyan might take its place.
Oh, hey there guys, I'm so sorry. Wanna know some typhoon facts? Well, good thing I have some here. First, supersized storm. Did you know that a typhoon only becomes a super typhoon once surface winds of over 240 kilometers per hour or 150 miles per hour have been sustained for more than a minute? Like, it's just wow. Next would be in the line of fire. Due to its location in the tropics, the Philippines is one of the most prone countries to typhoon as well as other natural disaster like earthquakes, because it is also in a tectonic danger zone called the Ring of Fire. So that's all for the facts of typhoon. Good day.